A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go, Reed, go. Come on. Ready.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. Now inside the 25. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Davis now. That's caught by Tucker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. At this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point forthcoming. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Packers 7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing here is May. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Sorry, what's that? Hey, what's that?
Now a handoff up the middle. Potts. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
44-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 from the 44. They'll throw with May. And he fires one incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To the air, May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
It's a gain of 35. And a Packer first down.
19.
Robinson up the middle.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that.
Touchdown, Packers! From 8 yards out.
And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll keep it on the ground. Potts. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Here's May. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 35. nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here we go. Set. 60 back. 60 back.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 23. 88 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Operating from the gun, Davis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now they send a man in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Let's go now. Viking,
Operating from the gun, Davis. And this is going to be intercepted. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Bijan Robinson, 58 yards. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Second and 10. Up the middle they go. Potts. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's May. And it is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Hurts fumbles it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And this is where you need...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Davis. 7 yards there and a first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Still going inside the 20.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
140 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
First down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
70.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Packers. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a handoff up the middle. Potts. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Potts. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Looking to throw, May.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. A gain of 22.
41-yard line.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's May.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 38 yards.
And the Vikings get a bit closer. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Vikings 12.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Powering his way forward.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Davis. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 82 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Vikings 12.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing is working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
What's up?
Play action. May. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Up the middle they go. Potts. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33-yard
line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a handoff up the middle. Potts. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
The Vikings will line up.
They're going to try to throw for it. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Operating from the gun, Davis. He finds his man, complete. It's Delgado. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
70 Lions.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Again, it's Edwards. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Up the middle they go. Potts flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 8 yards here, so that gets them back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
The pass caught by Olave. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Packers 37, Vikings 27.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Vikings 34.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. Whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
With his size, often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Next, 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
Oh, some strong running. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier. The sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Potts. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still Week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Short gain last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
This is 1st and 10.
They run once more with Edwards. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here comes 2nd down.
And it's a fumble.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Green Bay, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.